Hey, what's up? What's up? This is Steven, and you are watching MOCHiPOP. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and let's get started. This is the very first, wait for it, anime update show. All right. Remember, I said if anybody was at OG, which is not long ago in March, I said this channel is going to be evolving over time. This channel is an Asian entertainment channel, so it's not just K-pop, it's not just Korean drama, it's not just J-pop, it's not just Japanese drama. It's also a little bit of anime. All right, maybe a little bit of C-pop, maybe a little bit of C drama, Taiwanese pop. Who knows? Maybe something from the Philippines. All right. The point is, it's in the Asian region. All right. So I'm not going to just do this, that, the other. It's going to be kind of a whole thing. So this is kind of the first kind of feel of what MOCHiPOP is going to be like as a whole. My main topics will be in the Japanese, Korean industry, and one of those things might be consistently, or maybe every once in a while, depending on my mood. I'm just kidding. It'll be anime, and every once in a while, I come upon an article that I like, and it's like, okay, I didn't even finish reading the article, guys. I just kind of read a little bit of it. I was like, this is interesting. I don't watch that much anime. Like maybe every once in a while I watch it. I'm not like it's not like when it wasn't like 20 years ago, right? So I'm much more into Japanese dramas. All right, for the last 15, 16, 17 years. I guess I can't say the year, but I don't know. But it actually happened right around the time I discovered like anime. Not the animes that I would watch in America and on TV, but more of the anime that I would watch later, that was introduced to me by a friend in high school in 2001. That was a long time ago, I know, guys. So yeah, so that's my origin in terms of really discovering the big world of anime. All right, and I've watched all kinds of anime, guys. I don't discriminate that much. Anime looks interesting, especially if it's dealing with the entertainment industry. I will watch it, which brings me to an anime called, there it is, Oshi no Ko. All right, Oshi no Ko. So this is the anime that I'm kind of interested in. Why? Because it might have a little bit of a, maybe not exactly, probably not at all, but it might have a little bit of that skip beat feel. All right, if anybody haven't seen skip beat, comment below. It's a really good anime. I will recommend it. You can probably find it on a Crunchyroll or something. Now keep in mind, so MOCHiPOP is going to be all around YouTube channel and website that has both Japanese anime, Japanese dramas, also some K-pop, some C-pop. It'll be all around, all right? And I want it to be kind of more geared towards the Asian culture, Asian entertainment culture. And so yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Check out my website. My website mostly just leads to other websites, but in the future I would like to have actual articles that I can, reference from my own writers. So in the meantime, it's more of a reference site, but I'm reading this from Anime News Network, which is maybe not the competitor, but it's not MOCHiPOP's competitor. No, MOCHiPOP's not even on the map. Or is it? Maybe it is on the map, actually. Never mind. You know what? Scratch that. But it's actually more of a competitor to the website I made in 2014, Anime News Club. What? Anime News Club, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So Anime News Club was created to compete with Anime News Network back in 2014, all right? And I lost the domain name one time. I got it back, and so I'm still working on that site, guys. So it's like an off and on site. But I think MOCHiPOP might be my overall website anyway. Anime News Club will be more of a sister side of that. So hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So anime will be a big part of this channel, guys. And the article is, we are reading about a manga that came out, I think, this year. The title of this article is How Accurate is Oshi no Ko, which is the anime about the Japanese entertainment industry, and interview with Akasaka. All right, very interesting name, Akasaka. Say that 5 times fast. All right. It's not hard to understand why the Oshi no Ko anime and manga series has been a huge hit. The story is full of fascinating insights about the Japanese entertainment industry, all wrapped up in a thriller suspense plot. The manga is the work of 2 highly acclaimed manga creators, Akasaka. Is that even a real name? Come on. Okay, and let's see, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, and Mingo Yokoyari, or Scum's Wish. Is that the one with? Never mind. All right. In our exclusive interview with Akasaka, he reveals how industry realities inspire Oshi no Ko and other fascinating insights into the manga's creation. So this is the anime right here, or manga, or manga. If you guys have seen this anime, please comment below. Let me know if it's good. I might actually react to it, guys. So comment below if you want me to react to it. And so during my debate, this is Akasaka, right? With my assistant about ways to create manga, we were discussing ways to create a story based on strong desire. At that time, one of the assistants and I talked about wanting to be reincarnated as an idol's child. Ooh, spooky. All right. I'm not into reincarnation, guys, but, you know, I understand. It's Japan. That is a famous joke in Japan. It's still a joke, though. Often tweeted as a set piece when news of an idol's marriage breaks. I wrote the idea down in my book of story ideas. A while later, I started to hear more and more grumbling and complaints about the entertainment industry through the live action version of Kaguya-sama and new streamer friends of mine. I thought this was the right time to create a story about the entertainment industry, and I realized that I could utilize the idea I had back then. So how much story overall plot did you have in mind when you started drawing the first chapter? The interviewer says. Akasaka said, for me, the plot of the first act, of the final act, and the final act were a set. Ooh. Then I pondered what kind of events I wanted to add in between. I had an impression that that Japanese entertainment manga in Japan often used dramas, movies, plays, variety shows as themes. Today, however, the entertainment industry has changed dramatically. Talents, entertainers who frequently appear on TV in Japan can no longer ignore the internet. YouTube had become super popular. Movies are watched with subtitles. Plays are increasingly based on anime and manga, which is true. Even, like I said, the Japanese dramas are mostly based on mangas. And I'm not sure if there's any like original writers specifically for a specific TV show from the specific TV station. They adapt a lot of mangas, guys, to turn it into a live action, which is fine because usually the mangas are pretty good, so I don't mind. I can just pick and choose. Okay, do I want to read the manga, watch the anime, watch the drama? You can do all three. So I think it's a good setup for Japan specifically. But the difference is the writers in Japan are decent. You know, they're not restricted by America's standards, right? So this is why manga is selling out much better than American comics, even American TV shows, right? Or British TV shows, because just cultural differences allow Japan to not change as much. The only thing that's really changing is the internet, right? Over the last 10 years, 15 years, right? So YouTube has become super popular. Movies and watch with subtitles plays and increasingly based on anime and manga, and there has been an instance of a deleting oneself, steaming from a reality show. Considering all those facts, and then decided to take a contemporary subject, something that is happening in the real world, Japanese entertainment today. That was the first concept. Given that the manga early chapter moved through so sorry, the internet got a little weird. Okay. Given that the manga's early chapters move through time very quickly, what kind of things did you keep in mind when drawing AI and the children? All right. So Akasaka said the main part of this series starts from volume 2 in the original work and episode 2 in the anime. Since the magazine in which the manga is serialized is targeted towards adult readers, indicate that is an adult story at key places in the story. All right, so let's see. How did you both come to know each other? And what led to working together on this manga? Akasaka said, I originally appreciated Mingo Sensei's talent, and mutual friend gave us the opportunity to meet up when I told them about it. So I knew Mingo Sensei's skills and talent when I came up with the concept for Oshi no Ko. There was a story about the entertainment industry in one of Mingo Sensei's works, so I read it immediately, decided to contact Mingo Sensei. To what extent do you, Akasaka, and Mingo Yokolari exchange ideas when developing the manga's plot? Akasaka, Mingo Sensei had made a hit with Scum's Wish, which isn't based on an existing story or a separate writer's script. She is capable of writing interesting manga without me. When I am stuck on a story, I often consult with Mingo Sensei. I go out to dinner with the editor and Mingo Sensei. We call this prep meetings. But we mainly just shoot the breeze. Basically, think of it as me having a flow of the story in my mind, and whenever I get stuck, I consult with someone. That's always good. It's always good to consult. Yeah, so how does working on Oshi no Ko compare to the previous manga? Asks the interviewer. Akasaka, fundamentally, I believe myself to be a writer in the vein of Oshi no Ko. The comedy style in Kaguya-sama is just particular formula that originated from the editorial department's request. So for me, that story is something made from that particular formula. However, I have also included Kaguya-sama style comedy in the Oshi no Ko series to make it easier to read. What is your process for designing new characters? Were there ever disagreements on how a character should look? Akasaka said, for the main characters, I draw a rough sketch and send it to a lady in charge of storyboards. However, at times, Mingo Sensei draws an entire character even without me providing the finer details in writing. Sometimes the process is more interactive, like I become fond of the character and increase the frequency with which they appear. I like that style of character creation If there is a problem with the character design, we discuss it and change it. However, it was only once that we actually made a change. That was when I modeled a character off a real person, and the design looked too much like the person in question. Oshi no Ko uses pieces of real life stories in its plots, but it's not a documentary. It definitely does not intend to attack real people. I adapt events that could happen with the trends and rules of the current entertainment industry key in the storylines. This work is fiction, of course. So yeah, he's basically just modeling this trend that's going on the internet, and this is actually pretty cool because I have seen a lot of anime and that depicts the entertainment industry, but it was never really truly updated. Actually, I would argue back in 2016 there was an anime that I happened to watch. It was called I can't think of the anime, but it's basically a bunch of girls. I can't think of their name. I started watching it again recently just because they started girl groups in high school, and high school girl group trying to save the school. If you guys know the name of this, please comment below. I can't think of the name, but it's basically it's like a big anime in Japan and probably America a little bit too. And they have their own albums out. You know, it's like the anime characters with their own albums and stuff like that. And it's based on it's like the previous season or previous version of it that continued with this story with new girls, and they had a similar situation where they wanted to save the school, and basically they would start a group, and it's kind of like a club, but they would have enter into these big contests and try to win it, and so that was more on the school side, but and Skip Beat was more on the acting side, and the main character and her intense eyes, you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she became an actress just to spite her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend when things happen. I'm not going to tell you guys what happened if you haven't seen this manga or anime. It's a very old. It's not very old, but it's old enough. It's like I read this manga on a Shoujo Jump back in 2002. All right, so in like the magazines where they have all the manga, like different mangas together. So usually it's like newer if they're still in the Shoujo Jump or Sunday Children, whatever, Jump manga. So yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can see anything else I can see in this article that's interesting. So what inspired you to portray the idol world in such a dark and dramatic way for a fictional work? All right, so let's see. He said, Asaka said, there was an instance of a cast member being attacked by a fan who saw a picture of the first news of a movie release. When that happened, in person came across as very tough, but after we became friends, they confessed that they were badly hurt emotionally. When I found that out, I realized that talents had their true colors for the sake of their works and for their fans who are supporting them. With the spread of the internet, we live in a society where fans' voices are heard directly. I want people to know how young talents are being hurt, exploited, and suffering. I think that is this work also asks the question of how people should deal with and treat those talents, which is very important. You can see some challenges even in the K-pop industry, right? Japan goes through the exact same thing. So I think this is important. I guess it is correct to say that when I wrote about reality, it naturally became darker, of course. So yeah, even though the wordplay is slightly different in the manga and English version, overseas fans are also in the habit of calling Kana Baking Soda-chan. What do you think of this joke transcending national borders? So let's see. Akasaka said, I never imagined that the term baking soda-chan would become so widespread. Even at the time of the release of the Japanese version, I am very curious about how people in the US understood the joke using Japanese words. Juboyo, 10 seconds, and juso, baking soda. So, so yeah, that's the end of the article. But yeah, guys, make sure you check this out because this is a really, really good one. I haven't seen it, but I can tell it's a good one. These are actually the animes that I look forward to watching because I've always been into the entertainment industry. I've always wanted to be in the entertainment industry, and I didn't have any breaks per se, but I also didn't really pursue it as much as other people because I was trying to stay away from Hollywood as much as possible, to be honest with you. But I wanted to kind of be independent. That was my goal, to be independent. But being independent is very expensive, so you need to start other businesses, other side gigs to really have the flexibility to do what you want to do. And sometimes it is good to get into Hollywood or be around Hollywood people like I have. But I was never actually hired as an employee. I was really more either contract work, which is most of Hollywood anyway, or knowing people who know people who know people. And I didn't really do extra work though. I didn't do extra work or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, make my own movies, help other independent creators with their own projects. So that was kind of my world in the entertainment industry. But or is my world, I should say. But it's not. It's just it's a lot bigger than what you guys think. What my goal is. But it involves very, very, very cool people, the right people, and hopefully I can find you guys through this channel. All right. So here's another article. Oshi no Ko anime release date, characters, seiyuu, manga. So Oshi no Ko is here to steal your heart. The hit manga series from Mingo Yokodori, Scum's Wish, and Asaka Kaguri-sama, Love is War, is receiving an anime adaptation by the studio Doga Kobe. Plastic Memories, Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle, Himiruto Amurashan. Basically, that's all what they're involved with. Here's everything you need to know about its release, characters, seiyuu, and original manga. So yeah. Yeah, so we already know what the anime is kind of about, but we can read a little bit of a synopsis because I'm not sure if the synopsis was really there in the last article. And Ai Hoshino is the face of and disputed star of rising idols group B Komuchi, but an unexpected pregnancy at 16 years of age leads her to take a hiatus, but with the resolve to keep her family intact, while Ai finds herself trying to juggle the life of a teen idol and a mother. The world of showbiz shows just how cruel and unforgiving it can be. So this is actually more interesting than I thought. I didn't even read the synopsis yet, guys. This is a real reaction here. Okay, so the release date of Oshi no Ko anime, the anime is set to premiere April 12th, 2023. So it's already out. The first episode of the anime is basically a movie, 90 minutes long. So that's cool, covering what is essentially Oshi no Ko's prologue. While it was a screenplay in Japan on March 17th, most viewers would get their chance to dip their toes into Oshi no Ko universe come April. So, okay. I wonder if this is on Crunchyroll. If it is, comment below, guys. I might watch it. If you guys know where to find this anime, please help me out and comment below. I need comments, I need likes, and subscribers. But comment. So interesting. So who is the father? I'm just kidding. So yeah, this looks actually this is definitely very different from probably any anime of this kind that's been out there. There's been I can't think of that anime, but there was a kind of realistic scenario from an anime a long time ago. I can't think of the name, but in Yosaga Shite, Kimi no Yosama. I can't think of it. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know. If you know, you know. Yosaga Shite. That's like the end part of the title. And she had like something, cancer or something like that, and it was more of a supernatural type slash idol show, and she became a bigger girl magically or something like that. So she was actually smaller, but when she was ready to sing as an idol, she transformed into a bigger girl. That's kind of how, I cannot think of that anime name, but you guys know what I'm talking about probably. It's a classic. So that was kind of more realistic scenario, not the supernatural parts of it, but more of the scenario. So Oshi no Ko is ongoing manga with more than 100 chapters as the time of writing. The first 3 and last 4 chapters of Oshi no Ko can be read for free on Shuja's Manga Plus site, with new chapters released every week. Oh, so I wonder if this is like a predominantly online, or is it both online and on paper, or is the online released first and the paper released second? That would be interesting to find out. Let's see what the site looks like, because this might be. So this is the site, okay, and this is the English. Obviously, if you guys don't speak English, you guys can maybe translate it or something. So yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Sometimes I like to check out the mangas first. When I saw an anime at an expo, the creator was there, and I had to read the manga before I got there, because that's just how little I was into anime at that time, in the sense of I was watching mostly Japanese dramas, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to this anime expo and read it was My Hero Academia. It was fairly new back then, and I just read the manga on the way to meet the creator, or see the creator in person. So that was pretty cool. Imagine reading a manga and then seeing the creator like an hour later. That's basically what was the experience. So yeah, and that's some new animes that I want to look at, including some things coming out for next time. Maybe Spy Family. All right, Spy Family movie Code White, release date, trailer, posted, plot. So that might be the next video. So I think that's it, guys. If you guys like it, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell for notification. And comment below, guys, if you know where to find this anime. Is it on Crunchyroll? Because I have no idea. I'm just reading this article. I found out about it today. And do you like this anime? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it needs work? Do you think the concept's horrible? Do you think the concept is good? Me personally, yeah, I don't know. I think just from what I've read, it looks pretty good, and I hope to review more of this. So yeah. All right, guys. Till next time. Peace.